Hello everyone, so today I'll be showing you how to make a bed cover. So if that is what you are interested in, let's go into it. So these are the material we'll be using for our bed cover. First, we'll mark out the length of the bed. I want to show you the measurements you will be taking. So this is the length, while the down one is the width. The length is 87 inches while the width is 80 inches. And as we all know that bed has four sides. So this one that I'm drawing now is the height. The bed we are making is one that comes with the stand. So this is the height, and the height of the bed is 10 inches. So I'm trying to draw the second height so that it will look something similar to your mattress. So, and the material that I'm using, the length is 60 inches. So since the length is 60 inches, what I will first do is to measure my 87 inches. Then I will add extra 3 inches. Note, extra 3 inches, because if you use the exact 87, that means it won't be able to enter into that foam after sewing. So we added extra 3 inches. That 3 inches will serve as ease. Then this, what I'm cutting now, I'll cut it into two places. So this is the first one. I've cut the first one. Then I'll go ahead and cut the second one. So this is my second one now. Remember, what I cut here is 87 inches plus 3 inches. Then the length still remains 60 inches. Now I want to measure to see if this one will still be reach 87 inches. But since it's not up to 87 inches, what I will now do is to, it's not up to. Now what we are going to do is this 80 inches now that will have minus 60 inches, remaining 20 inches, because we are looking for 80 inches. So what we are going to be cutting now is that 20 inches. We added 2 inches ease. That's the 2 inches that we added for the ease. So the next thing we are going to do is to measure that our 22 inches now into three places. Because the length is still that same 60 inches. So we are measuring it into three places to complete the length to be 90 inches. So this is my first and second one. I'll go ahead and cut the third one. So this is the third one that I want to cut now. So I will measure that same 22 inches and cut it out. After cutting it now, I will divide it by 2. I will fold it and divide it by 2 to get the midpoint now. So just watch what I am doing, you will understand it. So now I will bring one of these and join to this one. Then I will do the same thing to the other one, so that we will get our length to be 90 inches. You see it now, I've already joined it. So now this is that first one that I cut. This first one now, I will come and join it to this particular one to complete the length to 80 inches. See how I'm going to join it. I will sew it through that side now. Sew it till I get to the end. Look at it. You see that everything matches up. I will go ahead and sew it. Now I finished sewing it. I will do the same thing to the other one. You know, I cut this into two places. That is my front and my back. Now I'll go ahead and cut this my stand, the zip side. So how do I cut the zip side? The length, remember that the height is 10 inches. So the zip, we are going to divide it by 2. That is that our 10 inches plus 2 inches is divided by 2. We'll have 6 inches. Then we'll add 1 inch our zip allowance. So what we are cutting now is 7 inches. And that same 7 inches, we are going to cut it by 2 into 3 places. Remember that this length is not up to 60. So why I'm cutting into 3 places, all these things I'm cutting is to complete it into that 90 inches. So this is the second one, and this is the third one. This third one now, I will also get the midpoint and divide it. Then I'll use one to join one and use the other one to join the other one. Now this is the zip side I will cut now. The other side of it, we are going to cut it. And what we are going to cut now is that our 10 inches plus 2 inches. Remember the other one we divided? No, we are not going to divide this one. We divided in the other one because of the zip allowance. So now, what I have here is 24. Then I will divide it into 2. At this point, my material, in fact, we just manage the whole video because all this I was not able to see the complete yardage of all these things, material that I'm using. So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut this upper part and the down one. Remember, it's still the height of 10 inches. That 10 inches plus 2 inches for ease. Then this one now is not up to 90 inches. You remember is the width is 80 inches. So what I will cut here now is this 12 inches, 12 by 60 is what I will cut now. Then I will get another one and cut 20. This is 20. I added the allowance, so because if you join it now, you will use half inches to join now. So what I cut here now is 11 inches. I will use it to join one of this and join the other one of it, and everything will be 80 inches. So, but when I cut this one, I noticed that it's not enough. The material, in fact, I'm lacking material here at this point. So I added this material to join it. So now we'll go over to sewing. What I'm trying to teach you now is how to sew the zip. How to sew the zip. I've already marked my 3 inches. Then I sew it. Then the next thing I will do is just to pull my zip. The normal way of fixing your zip on your dress. Then I will sew it down. Using that my allowance of 1 inch. I will sew it down till I get to the ending part of it. So when I get to this point, the zip has a zip head. So I put this thing down to zip it up. So if you notice now, I did not sew it to the last. Why didn't I sew it to the last? Because I want to join these two now. Then I will now finish it. See, I flip it up small. So I will now sew here. I will sew till I get to this point now. Then I will lock it. I will now finish that my zip, that first one that I was sewing. I'll finish it. Once you sew it like this, to sew the second one is not even difficult. Just zip it up, then start sewing from here now. You see what I am doing? Just your normal way of fixing zip. Now, after fixing this zip, look at what we have now. See that everything is balanced. So this is the zip. Now, you will join these 4 corners together. Join the 4 sides. Join everything together. So I've finished joining. Now I'm having a 4 corners. All closed up. Now I will carry down my first one and start joining. I'll join to the front and join to the back, then I'll turn it through that zip side. So thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe, like, and turn on your notification to be notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. Bye.